Yo, what's up? What's up? How are you guys? Good, I'm good.
You hit a little rut there, I mean, it wasn't like all games, but you gave up a couple sacks those 2 games, and you really come back strong in the last 2. Do something different? What's been working for you, I guess, the last 2 weeks?
I would say just kind of going back to the little things the most, with my eyes and my hands the most, slowing it down, because at times my feet can carry me faster than what my eyes and hands can handle. So just going back to those 2 things.
I know you talked before about not looking at the back of the jersey, right, the name on the jersey, but it seemed like you were maybe really up for Aaron Donald last week. I don't know. Can you look at the jersey too, like, hey, I'm going to prove myself against the best that's out there?
Going into each and every week, you get to see the names. And from there on, from the beginning of the week, you just kind of lock into the guys that you're blocking. And I kind of try to not make it too big from there. And, just go out there and try to match the energy and bring more if possible.
So it wasn't about showing, like, hey, I can handle the best in business?
Nah, I just wanted to go out there and show what I can do.
Does not trying to make it too big allow you guys to stay even? Because, with a winless team right now, it seems that maybe the despair is creeping in, but it seems that you guys are still on an even plane.
Yeah, you got to. The moment you start breaking out of who you are and as a team and as a person, that's when things start to go south from there. And we just all got to stick together, keep the same mindset that we have each and every week, but we just got to perform better and work harder at practice.
Last week you made the joke that college, everybody's just running into each other, and it's such a more technical game now. So I'm just curious about the development of technique, right? So from the time you got here to now, how much of a learning experience has that been, and what's been maybe the most difficult aspect of the technique to kind of grasp and develop through your first couple months in the league?
Yeah, man. Week 8 now, I've learned a lot just because of the O-line room that I have, everybody's experience, everybody's seen. Most of the rushers are in the league right now. And the one thing that I could really lock into that I've been working on and just still continue to work on is my hands and being really precise with them. When I say that, sometimes mediocre hand placement can get the job done, but in this league, you got to be real precise. You got to lock in on that, and then just go from there.
So when you have really good game last game, but you have the one rep where hands shoot low and he just chops both of them and gets around you, maybe the one bad pass rush rep. Is that an example of just still trying to sand out the inconsistencies there?
Exactly. When you're out there and it's a long drive, you still got to lock into that. And just like you said, I shot my hands low, and I should have placed it on his shoulder the moment he gave it to me. And just got to go again. And Fraley does a great job of reminding me that with those later drives, you got to still, when you're tired, you got to lock in. So,
how much new stuff are you seeing on a week-to-week basis?
I wouldn't say new, but everybody's different. I don't know if that kind of makes sense. Everybody's got their own strengths and body types, so your eyes kind of change too. So like depending on if he's long and taller and he's got more length on me, my eyes are more closer to my body, so that he can't get on me before I can get on him. So just things change here and there.
Yeah, it's a longer season than the college game. How do you stay fresh physically and it's not at the well and game after game after game after game?
I can't speak for the whole team, but for me personally, it's a dream. That's why I kind of go back to it. In the position I am today, I wake up every day and play the game that I've played since I was, out the womb almost, you know what I mean? So I just kind of going back to that and just kind of reminding myself it's a game, and then I'm blessed to be out here. And not everybody, but most people would love to be in my shoes. So that's what kind of keeps me fresh each and every week.
Yeah, at Oregon, did you go against Kayvon much? Practice?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
So what was that? What were those battles like? What was he like as a player?
Oh, he's very athletic, so he gave me a run for my money come practice days. It was a battle.
You watch him. How much do you watch him now, and what do you think of him?
I watch every Oregon game, every chance I get, even with the time difference. But every time I turn on the TV and watch them, I try to see how they're doing and go from there.
Your GM was out watching him the other day too. I don't know if you had any conversations with Brad about him.
A little bit. He just told me he was out there and said, "Little bro is pretty big," and that's about it.
So just one more on Kayvon. Do you think he can, now that you've seen some NFL pass rushers, how do you think he sort of, his skill set will translate to the NFL?
Shoot, off paper, you can already see he has it all. And I think the message I will pass on to him is the same thing that I kind of went through, is technique. You just got to lock into those things, and that will make you better as a player and make you successful. So.
I asked you about that technique, but film study, and then you talk about every guy being different. How different is the film study at this level, and maybe how are you still refining that aspect of your week?
I would say the number one thing that's different is I've been watching a lot more film. In college, I would probably watch like 3 games, but I try to get as much games in as possible. And the tips, you got to just go from their body type, whether they're, I guess, shiftier than the other guy or what they're looking at, and trying to get into your chest and go from there.
How much film do you think you watch a week?
I try to get in at least 2 games. 2 games, whatever it is, Wednesday or Thursday, the days that we practice. So.
You guys play with a lot of energy, and some of we saw since training camp. You get into a little scuffle with Aaron Donald. Is part of your game just kind of trying to get mentally into the opponent's head a little bit, or is that just kind of you being you out there?
Yeah, I kind of just let the emotions, whatever happens, to be honest. But at the same time, I can't let it hurt the team and or, I guess, throw me off in my game. So, yeah, just whatever happens. It stays on the line.
So no conscious effort to just
No.
frustrate the opponent there?
Yeah, no.
What led to the scuffle with Aaron?
To be honest, I don't know. It was just probably emotions were high in the moment, so I would say that's it.